Are you still hand-cutting window film in your auto and flat glass businesses? It's time to automate this part of your business. Don't be doing something that a machine can do. Let me share with you 3 reasons why it's time to invest in a window film plotting system. Hi, I'm Lawrence Stridell, and this is tinttv.com, the web TV show for the window film industry. I've heard window tinters and especially auto tinters say that they are better and faster than a plotter. Good for you and your one-man shop. Now if you want to grow your business, here are 3 reasons why you want to invest in a window film plotting system. The first reason is for you to stay competitive. Your competition either has one or not. If they do, then you want to be on equal ground. If they don't, then you want to get one and stay ahead of them. Plotters can be great marketing tools for you simply by changing your sales pitch to, we don't hand cut, we use a computerized system. This means speed and accuracy for you, Mr. Client. The second reason is that you leverage your time. While it cuts, you clean, you answer phones, or you do push-ups, whatever. Your time is valuable and a plotter gives you more time to do something else. After all, why even do something that a machine can do? It's called evolution. The third reason to invest in a plotter is that with a plotter, you don't create new competition. You hire and train just to prep and install, but not to cut. You can weed out the weak tinters quicker, and if the talented one still leaves you, you've created a barrier into entry into our industry. A barrier to entry means that any former employee of yours is going to have to invest in a plotting system because you never taught them how to hand cut. So where's the best place to evaluate plotting systems? At the International Window Film Conference in Tinnoff. The next one is coming up soon, so be sure to attend and try out the system.
Get your tinting tools, detailing tools, and vinyl tools from 44 Tools. They also have chemicals, window films, vinyl films, and paint protection films. Go to their webpage and check out the featured product now, 44tools.com. The galaxy is expanding. This awesome lifetime warranty color stable film has 7 VLTs. Expand your good, better, best system and offer this easy to use and easy to sell window film by SolarGuard. Expand your bottom line, solarguard.com.
If you are evaluating a plotter or already have one, you need to know Gary Benoit from computercut.com. This SolarGuard partner program makes, distributes, and provides software and ongoing internet support for purchasers and subscribers to the ComputerCut system. Go to computercut.com to check out what this plotting system is capable of. But first, let's meet the originator, the inventor, the amazing Gary Benoit.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Stridell. Let's meet Gary Benoit, who is the inventor of ComputerCut, which is an amazing cloud-based window film, PPF, and vinyl plotting system with tens of thousands of patterns available to its dealers. Gary, welcome to Tint TV. Tell us how you got started in the window tinting industry.
Well, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you for inviting me. I got started in this business way back in 1978. I went to a tint shop and asked them if it was difficult to do, and of course they told me it wasn't. And after 3 days and probably a couple $100 worth of window film, I was able to tint my own car, and I got to practice on my friend's car. And then I started charging people to tint their cars, and eventually I bought the business that I bought the film from, and I owned it from 1978 to 1998.
That's great. And then from there, how did Computer Cut get started?
Well, in 1990, I had a sign shop move in next to my shop, and I went over there and was looking at the way in which they cut vinyl. And at that time, they had the old pin feed type plotters, and I thought it was kind of interesting that it, possibly it could work for window film, but of course they didn't have pin feed type window film back then. So I put it on the back burner, and then around 1994, they started coming out with these friction feed type plotters where you could put the film right into the plotter and it would cut it. So I took a roll of film in Orlando and went from booth to booth, trying to find somebody that could cut window film, and didn't realize it at the time that there was a little trick to it. But eventually I was able to cut some film and started doing it in my business.
So after you went to the Orlando show, found a plotter that finally worked, and then what was the spark to make it into a plotting system for everyone?
Well, I had this plotter sitting in my shop, and what it did for me was it got me into the vinyl sign cutting business. And so in addition to being able to cut window film for cars, it put me into the vinyl sign business. And it was great because even though Florida is hot, we have times when it's really slow in the wintertime. So I was able to start doing signs and graphics and things like that. And it was extra income for me that kind of filled in the slow times of the year for me.
Now, can you give me an example as to how you make more money per client from the Computer Cut plotting system?
Sure. Obviously, I realized that it was not just a tool for cutting window film for cars, but it was a great tool for expanding your business into vinyl signs and graphics, into paint protection, and all of these added income areas. So just to give you an example of how it would work, I had this gal bring in her husband's truck for her business. She wanted the two front windows tinted on the truck, and she sat in my lobby, and I had samples of frosted film designs on the windows. And she comes in, she says, "Oh, you etch glass?" And I go, "No, that's window film." She goes, "Really?" She goes, "I just had somebody give me a price to do the front doors on my house, and I wanted a bird standing in a pond and everything, and it was very expensive. So I settled for this geometric design. Can you do the bird standing in the pond for me?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, I can." She said, "Well, he was going to charge me $1,200 for this geometric design. How much would you charge me?" And I said, "Well, probably around $900. So I ended up doing her two front doors, and from that, her neighbor came over, and I ended up doing her neighbor's house. And then I also tinted her house, and I tinted her neighbor's house. And then also, because this truck was for her husband's business, I ended up lettering the truck. So back then, I think I got about $60 to do the two front windows of the truck. So from two windows, I ended up getting about $3,000 or $4,000 worth of business.
That's great. That's a great example on the natural progression for a window tinter to do tinting and signage and PPF. Let me ask you this. What are some features of the current Computer Cut that a tinter should absolutely know about?
So for instance, on the rear windows of trucks, you know, you have to get into the back bed and cut it from the outside. If you're going to do it by hand with computer cut, you can just cut it and put it in. It cuts around rear view mirrors for front windshields. In the new versions of computer cut, we've done a lot on the back end of it, where you can keep track of inventory. You can basically do, we have a professional graphic artist who works for us, who is available to all of our dealers to help them in creating designs to expand their business into vinyl, all types of features.
That's great. Thank you so much for sharing all of this information about computer cut. Are you going to be at the International Window Film Conference in Baltimore in October?
Yes, I will be there. I actually will be a judge for the automotive aspect of it, and Solar Guard will have a booth there, and I hope people will stop by and say hi.
Absolutely. Will you have a plotter system there and ability to demonstrate it?
Yes, we're going to have our 40-inch Jaguar plotter, and we will be demonstrating the window film and the new Clear Shield Pro paint protection material that Solar Guard has just launched. And we'll show you how to use computer cut as a tool for you to expand into all of these different areas.
And is getting into the computer cut system an easy thing for a window tinter to do?
Yes, it's actually very easy, and with computer cut we've made it even easier, because one of the aspects of computer cut that I realized was a great advantage for window tinters was the ability for it to expand your business into all of these different areas. And I know that they are not graphic artists. That's why we have a professional graphic artist who works for us, who will help them to be able to expand their business into vinyl graphics, signs, and even wraps eventually if they want to get into that.
Okay. Thank you, Gary, so much for sharing this information. We will see you at the International Window Film Conference.
Looking forward to seeing everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Charlotte.
Be sure to stop by Solar Guard's booth at the International Window Film Conference and Expo to meet Gary, the plotter originator, and to test out the new Jaguar 72-inch plotter computer cut system. I'm Lawrence Stridell, and this is tinttv.com, the web TV show for the window film industry. Thanks for watching.